What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another TLEV Media video. I'm back at Universal Studios Hollywood for the first time in a long time to see how detailing is coming along for Halloween Horror Nights 2025, as we are only a week and a half away from the event. So if you enjoy Halloween Horror Nights updates, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And why don't you join me on this extraordinary adventure? We're heading towards the park, and as we can see, the Production Central store has opened up with some of the Halloween Horror Nights 2025 merch. So let's go inside and see what they got out. All right, we've acquired some merch. The Terrifier shirt, of course, that's what's selling out pretty quick. But just a quick reminder, in about a week's time, the actual Universal Studios store is going to open up, where they have all of the merch out, way bigger area. A lot of things that weren't here today, like the Wyatt 6 stuff will be there, and a lot more things will be out. So if you can't make it to this store, don't worry about it, because you guys are gonna have the other store opening up very soon in the main Universal Studios store. As I can see, there is some Halloween Horror Nights merch that's coming out specifically for Little Boo. The Little Boo merch looks to be located over here for this year. I do want to get this ornament right here. As you guys can see, this is, oh man, I saw this earlier and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get it. So I'm gonna for sure grab that. A little Boo pin right here, pretty cool. Nice little backpack right there, little bag. We got some t-shirts. So like, this is like the merch before the merch, right? Like, this is all the Little Boo stuff. I'm waiting for, you know, the big merch drop. That's what I'm waiting for. But either way, I am gonna have to get this because I gotta show you guys. It lights up. Can you guys see that there's a light in the middle of the ornament? So Oh yeah, man, we have to get it. And we are finally back at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's been quite some time. Took a little bit of a break, also having with Midsummer Scream, Horror Unleashed. We were quite busy, but we are back, and there is a lot that has changed as things are coming out for Halloween Horror Nights 2025, which I am so excited to finally see in person for the first time. So starting off, you can see the lights are coming out for the scare zones up here in the front. You can also kind of see the truss work that is going up, but yes, lights are coming out, and I can't wait. We got clowns for chainsaw clowns out here. That's gonna be cool. A lot of clown takeover this year for haunt events, which is very interesting, but there seems to be a bit of a running theme and similarities going on with clowns this year. Park, we were able to see that the first experience entrance sign is actually for the Purge Dangerous Waters, which is the show located at Waterworld. It's a fun show. It's a good little like break from everything. It's a lot of action packed. The actors really kill it in this show. I just hope that at some point they will change the storyline a little bit, just so that way it doesn't kind of feel the same every year. You know, I don't want it to fall down the same path of like, you know, the Jabberwockies. It's looking like we have a bar that is being set up kind of by the Waterworld area. We don't know what it's going to be yet. I'm assuming it's going to be Fallout, since Fallout is just around the corner of this area. Maybe Chucky again, if like somehow they bring Chucky to the event again. For like a bar area. But other than that, those are my two guesses, but not much has happened yet. No detailing is in just yet. But in a couple of days, we'll for sure start seeing some details. And we actually have a brand new look coming along for the Scare Zone this year for Carnival of Carnage. As you can see, the truss work is quite different this year. I'm wondering if there's going to be some kind of carnival tent on top of it all, a big top tent, maybe, potentially. Now, we do know the fire towers are coming back. They probably will go in the middle, right there. But this is very interesting. It's quite different. And like I was saying earlier, clowns are truly taking over for haunt events this year. But yeah, this is nuts. This is pretty cool. I can't wait to see some of the characters. I know they've released pictures of some of the chainsaw clowns, which is cool to see. I can't wait to see kind of like the walk around characters and all that, because that wasn't even talked about at Midsummer Scream. So yeah, Carnival of Carnage. Oh man, this is my favorite part, seeing the house signs coming out. We have one for Monsters 3. The wait time tablet's not out yet, but love seeing this. You guys can kind of see the sun's kind of messing it up, but it looks so cool. And then we have the Fallout Haunted House signage out too. And not just that, we also have the banner is out right here for Fallout. But seeing this banner out is so cool. It is, oh my God, it's just, guys, we're a week and a half away. This is crazy, but yeah, love seeing this. And this is the first time that I've seen the Monsters 3 facade in all its glory for the first time. Oh my God, this thing is beautiful. Of course, I've seen pictures online, but in person, wow, this is so cool. I love that they decided this year to really focus on the colors with all the tombstones on the wall. Very, very cool. I am loving what I'm seeing here. Oh, dude, I can't wait. So I'm wondering if Muerte might go right there with that door. It's the only thing I can think of. These candles that are on the ground, these probably will light up too, so that would be pretty cool to see. That's kind of an opening right there for Muerte, so that would make sense to me. But other than that, I don't know where else he would go, unless he's just walking in the front right here. But very cool, very cool. Monsters 3 supposedly is the last Monsters house, so we'll have to wait and see if that truly is the case. So it's interesting for this year as they prepare the plaza, there is a lot of fencing going on. Some extra stuff seems to be being added that we haven't seen before. There's like these walls, these brick walls going up. I don't know if they're setting up a bunch of photo ops of some sort, but it looks like it's not just going to be like a Dias de los Muertos area this year. It's going to be actually kind of a mix of a lot of things. So that is a bit intriguing to me. I wonder what else is going to be going down in the plaza this year. Then the decorations for the Witches Scare Zone outside of Monsters 3. The Brujas has begun with all of its detailing and decorations. Very cool to see. We're back with the card looks again. Now, I believe these three right here, and I could be completely wrong, I believe they're going to be talking. As you can see, the speaker in the back. Could be completely wrong, but it only makes sense because usually when we see these skeletons in the carriages, they're like animatronics and they'd be talking and stuff like that. So we also know that there's going to be a show scene going on in this scare zone. So that's going to be something brand new that they've never done before in this area. So I cannot wait to see what they have planned for this scare zone. But again, the artwork for all of these signages, all of the cards are phenomenal. I'm really liking that there's a lot of theming going in this year for all of the scare zones, for all of the houses. Like detailing is really being focused on this year, and that is something that I applaud Horror Nights for listening to the fans and truly putting in that extra care and that extra work. Now, a reminder of how you see everything right now. You got to remember they're going to be pulling them out. Everything is on wheels. As you can see, they pull them out during the event. They don't just stay on the side. So, you know, for normal guests walking by, this is much easier. But then once the event begins, you're going to see all of these kind of like voodoo scarecrows out. And then these signs will probably stay towards the side. But these will definitely be out more. And look at this, everyone. We have a photo op situation. It says Hollywood production, Halloween Horror Nights, scene title, Never Go Alone, Harold Capowitz, Hollywood Harry, Koodles the Clown. Look at that, a little bit of lore for us this year. Love to see it because probably not this year, but Murdy at the recent Midsummer Scream panel did kind of talk about a potential return of Hollywood Harry.
Okay. Will Hollywood Harry get more lore and one day meet Orlando's icon, Jack the Clown? And this is from Egyptian Horror 9.
No one heard that. He said, bring chance.
Now, it's time for a slightly longer history lesson. More lore. How much lore do you want? Okay, well, let's really quickly go through the lore for Hollywood Harry, okay?
I'm interested.
Okay, well, this is how he came to be. He started at Universal hosting a kids' TV show called Koodles Carnival. His real name is Harold Capowitz, and that was in 1958. In 1964, he got asked, that was the year we started the studio tour, and that was kind of the beginning of Universal Studios Hollywood as a theme park, and he became the mascot for the Universal City Studios tour. And there you can see him out there on Lancashire in front of the Universal sign, and there he is on the tram. And then in 1973, the studio canceled his television show.
I love that they actually got a photo of him reacting to that.
Yeah. And they replaced him with two different icons. They replaced him with Frankenstein Jr. in 1973 and a gorilla holding a camera. And so he just kind of hung around the front main gate of the park, kind of like those people that hang out in front of Groma's Chinese Theater, trying to charge people for autographs. And this went on through the 70s and into the early 90s. But then he started getting all sketchy. And eventually security asked him to leave the property in 1993. But he didn't leave. He just went up into the hills that surround the Universal backlot, and he's been living there ever since. At that time, the internet started coming alive, and they started filming all these videos of Harry sightings, and they gave him this name. They gave him the name Hollywood Harry, and he was born in 2016. He hasn't been back for a while. Should he come back? Should Jack the Clown come back? I'll file that away.
This is very promising and awesome to see that the entire concrete, the entire blacktop is complete by the Hillside Project. So yes, look at this entire line queue that we are going to have for Jason Universe. Have a lot of room for some zigzags. We're not going to be stuck at this lower part anymore. No, we'll be able to go farther out and zigzag. So that's great to see. They finished this in no time. I gotta commend the workers for this. So you guys absolutely killed it. And yeah, we're gonna have space for the Jason Universe line queue. So this year's barbecue stand is the Jason Universe barbecue presented by Angry Orchard. As if you guys haven't seen yet, Angry Orchard is doing a collaboration for some of their drinks, all for Jason Universe, so a bunch of different cool and yummy flavors. So I wouldn't be surprised if those will be present here at the event. Now, I think the biggest thing that will be in this location is going to be the Jason Universe s'mores right here. It is a lot like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from last year, except this time it's Jason Voorhees' mask with some chocolate, a graham cracker, and then what looks to be some red frosting on top, like drizzled on top, hard white chocolate probably. So very cool to see that. We do not have the menu out yet, out here. The menu is online already. Like you can see some pictures of them. But yeah, I mean, they're really pushing the s'mores. As you can see, like it's all over the place. Very cool to see all of this. Do I wish it was something other than barbecue? Yes. But they are selling hot dogs here, so that kind of just makes sense. The s'mores make sense. Like, it makes more sense than if you were to have, I don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's barbecue. So, but yeah, very cool little stand. Very happy to see that the s'mores are coming back. And please actually be toasted and not just like a flavored toast or toast flavor on top. That was, I feel like Orlando's did the best at the beginning of the year. Ours was just like, it was so mid, I'm not gonna lie. Now walking by the Transformers queue, where Five Nights at Freddy's will be. Some pictures of this house is already coming out. I don't wanna look at them just yet, but yeah, this one is looking great. I'm very happy to see that this is actually happening. We're gonna have Five Nights at Freddy's. Wow, it's just nuts. This is nuts to me. And then right next to the ride, we have Scarecrow Music by Slash. Can't really stay here too long because of the music that's playing. It's not Slash's music, but speaking of Slash, the Slash bar decorations have gone out. The facade is up now. Looks like you'll be entering the vinyl itself, which I think is pretty cool. The vinyl is going to be this color too, so once that comes out, that'll be exciting to see. You're going to have right here the entire drink menu and some of the food. I know for sure that this is going to be the location of like the Slash hat cake, so you're going to want that and come by and grab it here. But yeah, here's the little bit of facade they have going up. It's going to be Michelob Ultra sponsoring it, and Cutwater is the big sponsors. So if you enjoy those, well, then you'll probably enjoy the drinks in this location. And then two more house signs that are out right now. We have the Horrors of the Wyatt Six. I think this sign looks really cool. And then right next to it, the Jason Universe house. It's gonna be interesting. So this one right here actually is gonna be located that way, the Jurassic World queue. So this sign will actually be moved, and then this one will stay in this post because you'll enter through this way for the Mummy queue line for Jason Universe. So very cool to see all this. Very cool. Walking by the studio tour entrance, and as you guys can see, we have this location right here that says "Beware Hell Bullies." So we don't know exactly what this is. Murdy did kind of talk about it during our interview, if you guys haven't checked that out just yet. But we might be having a bit of a mini scare zone, mini gauntlet of some sort. What's throwing me off is that there's these walls right here, so easy hiding spots for sure, or at least there's something underneath these. Who knows? But hell bullies, something's gonna be going on with them, and maybe even in the future we're actually going to be having this more as a scare zone. But man, very interesting and very creepy looking people. And well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for me today. It is a very hot day. It's gonna get hot during haunt season for sure, so stay hydrated, everybody. But as you can see, a lot of details are going out. I love the signage is going out for Halloween Horror Night. It's exciting. It means that the event is just around the corner, and it really is. We're only like a week and a half from it. So next up is going to be merch drop, some behind the screens tours, and then opening day. So I'm very excited that we have kind of reached that point. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified every time we post a video. We got social media. It is TLEV Media all across the board. With all that being said, my name is Mystery. I'll see you guys on the next extraordinary adventure.